Dun, 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 dun. Good evening to all of our viewers. Welcome back to a super fun night of Pathfinder. As you can see, unfortunately, we're all back in our own homes and not getting to hang out together right now, which is big sad. We'll be together again, which will be great. You all know me as your host, Molly Mayhem, who plays as the Fire Sorceress Tatiana. And you see Cheeky Angel, who plays as Sephi, the cute little Leshy. Winter, who plays as Vivian, who is now known as the fucking slut of the group instead of the fucking tourist, which is great. Siobhan, who plays as Tulia, which is our super cool pirate friend. Unfortunately, we are currently missing Red, who plays as Kate, as Red is on vacation in a really cool place with a beach and not good internet. So, she might not be joining us. And then you also have our super radical, awesome game master, Sir Patrick, who also plays as Black, the little goblin that I acquired.
Hello, everyone. So, last time on Pathfinder, we all got to play together at the dining room table for once. And on our game map, we used Cheerios, raisins, and pralines for the enemies. So it was kind of hard to keep track of them because we keep eating them.
Very tasty. But it definitely was better than the skills of the enemy.
Yeah. So, after having gotten information from the ghost priestess at the shrine, you went and talked to the castaways on the island, a halfling and a human and a tabaxi, if I remember correctly, and they really just wanted to get the hell out of there. You made a deal to help them get off the island, and they came along to fight the cultists at their camp. Going down to Camp Cultist Island, you snuck up on them and really just scorched their world. Fireballs, lightning bolts, thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me. On doing so, you found the cultists actually had a small ship of their own, which they were using to bring in recruits and to resupply their camp. That was their staging point for getting down to the island, to the underwater temple. After kicking their butt, the four castaways, ended up just instead taking the cultists' boat, and now you have a fully stocked ship with enough food for quite some time, as opposed to just the crappy rations you were on previously. You managed to go and find the secret tunnel that the cultists hadn't used. Apparently they're using some other method to get underwater and through the shield that is protecting the underwater temple.
Hey, Kiratora.
But after getting past all of the traps in the passageway, you managed to come up inside of the temple or shrine of Bastet in this temple complex. Speaking with the temple's guardian, a large panther creature, he informed you about what seems to be going on down here. That all of the various temples surrounding the main temple, the cultists have begun desecrating and thereby weakening the enchantments that are inside of the main temple. Going around, you made it to the temple. You were going clockwise, starting at the bottom. You made it up around to approximately 10 o'clock, where you got into a fight with some cultists and some of the scum fish people things, with the aid of a small detachment of mummy warriors that were serving outside of the Temple of Osiris.
Otherwise known as the raisins.
Yes. So if you're going to you represent mummies with food, they should be just shriveled up raisins.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Dehydrated something.
Exactly.
Yes, I am. What?
Vivian happened to have
Water.
stepped into the
It's water.
up onto the steps of the Temple of Osiris to cast a necromantic spell aiding her minions because Caradan had gotten hit pretty damn hard. Being inside of the temple of the god of the Osiran god, Osiris himself, temple of resurrection and the undead, the mummification process, etc. She got some divine boon on that and really watched as not only her undead minion, but the unit of mummy warriors got beefy and were able to turn the tide and flatten the cultists that were trying to smash into the temple.
You made more friends?
You have that, well, you kind of, you're in good standing with them, but they're not really all that intelligent of undead.
Oh, I was talking about Osiris.
Well, you didn't actually go in and have a conversation with him yet. Because that's right where we ended off. The battle is completed, you smashed them, the unit of mummies has marched back into the temple and resumed their guard post. And
try and have sex with another god.
Maybe.
There's a
Why
problem
not?
having
That's a possibility.
there's a big problem having sex with Osiris.
He What's that?
He's the god who got ripped apart by his brother Set, and his parts scattered all over the continent. And his wife Isis was only able to find most of the parts. Guess which one she couldn't find?
The important one.
Dick.
So you're saying we just need to go find it, and then I can have sex with Osiris.
I'm sure he has other talents.
A little side quest.
Right.
He might have a tongue still.
That's true.
Or you can fuck him. Maybe in his butt.
Yeah.
All
Maybe
possibilities.
Yeah.
I didn't even make up that part of the story. That one's straight from Egyptian mythology.
There you go.
Great. Well, we need to take a quick detour from our campaign to go to Egypt so we can find a penis, which is honestly probably one of the obelisks. So we'll just fuck each one and find out which one.
Get on it, girly. You got this.
Okay. I will get on a lot of things.
Alright, so now we know what's gonna happen when we finish this quest.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be the next bit.
You do only have about 5 days left to complete your vengeance as sworn before Calistria.
Well, we need to hurry that shit up. Let's go, let's do it!
I didn't know there was a time limit.
Yeah.
Remember, you had 1 month's moon to complete the vengeance after you and Kate had sworn to bring them down. And it's
Okay.
the high priestess here is the one that you need to, whose ass you need to kick.
All right.
We go
Well,
kick some
that's
ass.
something-
Go kick her ass.
From what you discerned, she's probably somewhere down here in this temple complex. Oh yes, another thing that happened was that the elemental temple. So far, you've seen the water elemental temple and the fire elemental temple, and Tatiana had a conversation with an embodiment of the element of the the Queen of Fire, and the Queen of Fire said, "Yeah, the Hawk's kind of just an angry putz, and really you ought to be worshiping me."
Yeah. I gotta look her up.
Yep.
I never did that.
So Tatiana has gotten in contact with somebody who looks like might be a tad more responsive whenever she wants to have an intervention.
Shh. Okay.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Okay. So, what you know. You are down here looking for 2 rune stones. They should be about the size of a dinner plate based on what you've seen so far, with intricate runes and hieroglyphs etched into them, which are meant to change the focus of the warding star that's surrounding this area. You know the cultists are down here trying to fuck shit up and get to releasing whatever this creature that they've been worshipping is.
Yep.
And they've recently started weakening the enchantments in the central temple by desecrating the smaller temples around it. You were told that the temple of Thoth, the god of wisdom, his temple was under attack, and so is Osiris's.
Mm-hmm.
You went and kicked some butt at Osiris's temple, and there are others that have already been desecrated.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have any questions about where we left off 2 weeks ago?
Nope.
I'm just sad there's no pralines. No more pralines.
Yeah.
You
I'm
didn't
gonna go
get
kick
it.
some cold
Ready for murder.
time.
Okay. Do. And here we have the map of the temple complex as you've seen it so far.
What? Where'd it go? Why did my screen do a thing?
What thing did your screen do?
It went back to the home screen. I have no video. I can't see anything.
That's weird. We still see you.
Gee.
Yeah, we see you and I see everybody else. Does everybody see, most everyone else see the map in question?
Yep.
Haha! I figured it out.
Yay.
Okay.
I was gonna have to call in IT if it didn't work.
So, at the south edge of the map, the red octa shape, whatever's gone that is,
Hexagon.
that was the fire temple, and then just north of that, the temple of Bast, where the tunnel came up into. There, you walked past another one of the temples. Let's see, the temple of Isis, where you'd seen glowing, swirling lights by the statue of Isis. The temple of Horus, where there were 2 hawks that looked to be made of flame sitting on his statue. The temple of Ma'at, which was to the west and just a ways away from the water temple, where you saw the water spiral, the sea devil or whatever, I can't remember what the word for that tower is. You know, when a tornado hits water.
Oh, water spout.
Yes, that thing.
Yeah.
In there you saw an obsidian golem, and then north of that was the temple of Osiris, where you and the mummies kicked some butt.
Yeah.
In the center of the complex, you were able to see the outside of the main temple and all of the pillars supporting the flat roof to it. You are here.
Ready to throw
Good
fireballs.
axes.
You are the X. This is where that's right where you had the battle against the mummy and between the mummies and the cultists and the scum, the fish creature thingamabobbers.
It'd be really cool if you actually had a little "You Are Here" sticker.
That was pretty cute.
I'm sure he can do it.
Yep, I just don't have one at the moment.
That's okay. Next time.
All right. How do you wish to proceed?
I mean, probably going to the other temple of Toth and maybe dealing with the cultists there before. Basically, making it as easy as possible for us to deal with the big baddie.
Yeah, the more of them we can take out now, the better.
Yeah.
Before
So
they
ba-
realize.
Based on the information you were given, the Temple of Toth is probably at about on the clock at about 1:30. So you're 1/3 of the
Gotta
way
keep
around
going.
around the outer circle, and then there's going to be you've got two. There were a number of desecrated shrines and temples, and then the Temple of Toth and Anubis had been undesecrated so far.
Mm-hmm.
So there's another temple actively battling, yes?
What you were told was that they were attempting to desecrate the Temple of Toth.
Well, let's go stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go stop.
And then we can find out if the bird is the word.
Nah.
All right. Your options are to cut straight across through in front of the temple complex or go out and around.
Out and around, I'd say, just to be safe.
I also vote out and around.
Okay.
You can't even see us.
So headed north from your current position, the first temple you come across, the walls are scorched and profane symbols have been written on them. The statue inside of it has been smashed.
Thanks.
So rude.
I know, right? Dang, yeah.
The temple here, based on the Panther's description, this was probably the temple of Sekhmet.
Oh. Another kitty god.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, random Egyptian trivia on this one. Sekhmet and Bast were never worshipped at the same time. Sekhmet predates Bast. And a lot of people believe that that's where it, like, one evolved into the other over time, kind of like with the Roman and Greek gods.
Huh.
That makes sense. Very cool trivia. That's a cool fact.
Kind of wanted to be an Egyptologist when I was a kid.
Makes sense. It's pretty cool.
Adorable.
Coming around the temple, you see past that is another temple that looks to have been desecrated. Getting close enough, the temple of Selket.
The little explodey things in the middle of the temple, does that mean desecrated?
Yep,
Okay.
the stars are intact statues in the middle of the temples,
Cool.
and the splody looking things are broken statues.
Okay.
Now, coming around, you also find another elemental shrine. This one has, inside of the low wall is growing up a large, conglomeration of crystals that seem to pulse with glowing lights. Greens and golds and browns are the primary colors that you see.
I mean, it sounds like a really pretty color scheme.
Yeah. Very natural and leafy. Do I feel some kind of attraction to this? Like it's...
Extreme.
Oh, nice. Sephi would probably kind of start wandering towards it despite herself.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Are you having a no shiny moment?
Basically. The no shiny moment, but on a spiritual level.
Oh, okay.
I'm being drawn by a force to this shiny hexagon.
So moving up towards it, following the pattern, if fire was to the south and water was to the west, you've just found in their temple complex, their shrine to the element of earth.
I might go into the shrine and kind of just like set my hands on the ground and try to like commune with the spiritual essence of the shrine.
Passing through into the entrance of the shrine, you feel as if you pushed through a light curtain. There was clearly something there that, some kind of ward or something that you passed through with ease.
Because I am pure and made of grass.
You are leaf.
I am leaf.
Setting your hands down on the floor, you don't so much hear a voice as a simple sense of the essence of the earth, of nature, of that slow rumbling of rocks speaking to each other and of trees growing.
Nice. Very cool. Very calming. And centering. Do I feel any kind of like power surge in being here, or?
You definitely feel that there is an elemental presence, and while there's some growth in the earth itself, it is definitely much more focused on rock and dirt and all those things, because it's the coming together of the elements that truly forms life.
Yeah. Makes sense.
You feel basically a question mark in your head. It basically, this low sense of the presence is asking you, just in general, who are you, what do you want, what's your favorite color, what is the airspeed?
Oh, velocity of a swallow.
Right.
Yep. I would just kind of like push my essence towards them, like the spirit that embodies the Leshy, essentially, and like picture my spirit self in the forest and kind of like pictorially like communicate our journey thus far.
Okay.
And more of like emotions in pictures versus words.
So in doing so, you feel a welcoming acceptance from the earth.
Yeah.
Are you presently injured at all?
Yes.
How injured are you?
Not bad. Like down 6 to 60 hit points from 74.
Okay, so you're down about 14. You feel the earth and nutrients flow into you, and you get you're healed back up to full health, to full health.
Thanks, Lord. Thanks, Earth.
And you have the sense that you could share this gift with your friends.
If anything, I might like walk out to where they are and touch the ground, so still like in the temple, and like spread little healing floral vines towards them that kind of just like wrap around their ankles and then give them the healing
Dear God.
energy. The
Tanglefoot! Literally.
Tanglefoot, but happy.
It's a much prettier version.
Exactly. Tanglefoot, but pretty.
All right, so anyone who has any amount of damage taken is healed.
And I want the flowers to kind of glitter and glow a bit like the temple itself.
Okay. The further away from the temple wall they get, the weaker the vines get. So assuming that you guys are just outside while she's inside, you can see that the corruption that has happened to this area outside of the shrine wall is weakening the effect.
whole lot to heal.
And as soon as they are healed, and I feel that they're healed, I'll just kind of snap the vines off of my wrist and stand back up again into the temple.
The elemental presence, you could feel a sense of sadness. Sadness for what is outside of its walls. It is unhappy with what has passed.
So I go and touch one of the pillars and like close my eyes and essentially try to communicate like a strong sense of duty and a strong sense of like courage and heroism and like comfort for what we're about to do.
Okay?
Like we're going to make it better essentially and try to provide like hope. The feeling of like hope.
There's a resonation of resignation. The elemental presence recognizes that this place is past its time and that it is time for a renewal. And that renewal that is in the way of all things in nature, destruction comes before rebirth.
I think Sephi would start to kind of like cry or like have tears, but not like in just like sadness, more in like kind of a bittersweet way.
Mm-hmm.
Like knowing, like being sad for the end of this place, but knowing that it is right and only through destruction can nature like continue. So basically just kind of feeling that same emotion it's pulling forth and like empathizing with it and crying.
You are shown an image of the rune stones that you are looking for and the pillars.
Nice.
So it is reaffirming what you already understand you need to accomplish.
But now we know where they are.
One of them is laying on the floor
Ooh.
somewhere next to a skeleton.
Okay.
Nice.
The other one is sitting on a plank of wood, like a table or a shelf.
Interesting. I try to maybe kind of like get it to widen its perspective so I can see more about where it is.
You are able to get a little more perspective next to the skeleton. There's a really fucking huge toe.
Helpful, thank you.
I
Okay.
mean,
That is
yeah.
actually helpful.
Yeah.
The toe itself is the size of a Volkswagen Bug.
Nice. Giant
That's
toe. Ah, it's the foot fetish temple. I knew it was here.
finally.
Finally found it.
There, the other one that is sitting on a wooden plank. As you widen the view, you zoom out. You see that it's actually a desk.
Well, do both of these places seem like how clean are they? I guess are they dusty? Are they not dusty? Is there debris everywhere? Like leaves or broken wood or anything like that?
No, the one that's sitting on a desk, it's dusty.
And undisturbed? No disturbances in the dust?
No, nothing really. It looks like an unused space. Maybe a small window in a wall letting in some light, but that's about it. The skeleton and the giant toe.
Fetish temple.
Pardon?
Foot fetish temple.
The foot fetish temple. There's actually some kind of glittering glow in the area around the skeleton and the toe and so forth.
Can I sense any like magic in the glittery glow, or do I feel like the faint feeling of magic around it, or just it glitters and that's all I get to know?
Based on your knowledge, it's very likely there's some kind of magic involved.
Excellent.
But you also see, like, there's almost an edge to it. There's an area where there's this magic glittering glow, and then there's darkness and it's almost like there's a delineating line between where the magic is and where it isn't.
Interesting. Well, I mean, I think that's all I can think of to tell you about my images.
Okay.
I'm stealing my snacks.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else
He
either.
says, never!
What?
Did you get nipped for trying to defend your snacks?
Says, no.
What the heck, Thistle?
Wants my sunflower seeds.
I had them Tessel. Silly goose.
Well,
And lastly, you feel a directive, a request from this elemental presence. It requests that you complete the ritual that the priests so long ago were working on. That you remove this vile existence that is presently in the temple complex.
all
And
right.
I kind of send back the emotion of like assurance, again, that same time, like assurance and heroism that I said to comfort them before, of like, that is what we're planning on doing, and we will stop at nothing to achieve it.
Okay? You feel a spell enter your memory.
Oh, yeah!
Okay, that's helpful.
In addition to the spells that you normally get, I'm fairly sure it's in here. Let me make sure. Okay. In addition to all of your regular spells that you have until it's used the spell Stone Skin.
That's a good one.
I'll add it to my little. At least
The
the
target skin hardens like stone. It gains 5 resistance to physical damage unless it's adamantine weapons.
Nice. Does it impede your movement? How
No.
light stone do you become?
It's not, flesh to stone.
Just magic armor.
Magic
It's a
armor.
stone armor. So you get 5 resistance to physical damage,
Yeah.
and every time that you are hit by a physical attack, the duration of the spell decreases by 1 minute. But it has an initial duration of 20 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. This one is heightened to the 6th level. So that's 10 points of resistance, not 5.
Damn.
Dope.
So it'll make it very hard for somebody to take damage. You can cast it on yourself or someone else, but you have to do it by touch.
Word.
So you are granted this spell temporarily.
Just to finish the task at hand kind of thing.
Say that?
To finish the task at hand.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. Well, go team.
Be sure that was all you, Seppi. That wasn't a team thing.
Go
I think that
Seppi! Go
That was
Seppi!
go Team Nature.
Go Team Nature!
All right. Stepping back out of the temple and looking to the south, you see another desecrated temple before you.
I could also leave the temple, just kind of like slowly running my fingertips across like the outermost column. So if it wants to impart any information to me about the newest desecrated temple I see, it can feel free to do so until we really trot on off.
With that question in your mind, you get a visual of a crocodile-headed god,
Eh.
Sobek. He is the Punisher. He is the eater of souls of the damned.
Oh, yeah.
He is the one who, if you fail Ma'at's judgment, he is the one to whom your soul is given.
Interesting.
Yeah, your heart weighs more than a feather, you get eaten by him.
You get no.
It's a very specific feather.
Uh-huh.
What if they leave it at home? It's like, crap, grab a chicken. Left the feather at home. Gonna have a lot of sinners today. Anyway.
But also those 3 temples in a row have been desecrated. And where the other temples seem to be giving off a certain amount of power, these desecrated ones no longer are.
Word.
They appear to have been desecrated and looted and ransacked.
Powerless, basically.
The most consistent thing is that their statues inside of the small temples have been destroyed.
No very large feet are any of the temples I see before me, yes?
Correct.
Pretty sure these temples are too small.
You are correct. The feet of the god statues in these temples are probably only the size of, a bed pillow. So if there's probably only going to be one place in this complex that's going to have a statue that big.
The center.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay. You continue going around the circle?
Yes.
I'll be right back. I think I just heard somebody at the front door.
Word, I need to go grab a snack, so.
Yep.
Quick break.
What?
Hey, get out of my snack! Hey, leave and you attack the food? It's just Leslie. She needed to use internet.
Yeah.
So she come over. So she's downstairs. No, that's my snack. No. You'll get dinner later.
This is weird. So OnlyFans is now banning public sex videos and photos. So any like sex work or content that you shoot must be done in a private setting. Otherwise, they'll take it down. So even if it's just like naked photos in nature, they're going to take it down.
What if you own the land you're taking pictures on?
I mean, I would assume that that's private because that's your private property. But then you have to like explain that, and then because like if you do happen to own a very large piece of land and have, you know, a fucking forest in your backyard, because people do have that, then why would it fucking matter? It's technically not public. So, but how would they know any different?
Right. No. No.
That's weird anyway. I don't know.
I'm guessing that they've gotten some legal pushback somewhere for supporting doing indecent acts in public.
Probably.
And, you know, all the corporate lawyers are going to say, nope, we just got to, you know, protect our ass.
Probably. Yeah, lawyers aren't always our friends, only some of them. What? That's fucking great. I'm sure there's a couple good ones out there.
Oh, yeah. The thing is that a lawyer's job is to, you know, recommend what's going to keep you out of trouble.
Which is fair.
Unfortunately, some people are going to say, okay, well, we'll take no risks, do nothing that could possibly get us in trouble.
Ooh, I'm gonna go get my new toy really quick. I'll be right back. Because I know I told you about it, but I haven't got to show everybody. I noticed Winter playing in the dungeon, so I immediately thought, look what I
Yeah,
So pretty. I
Oh,
like
you got
roses.
it.
nice.
got! Yeah, Loki got it for me.
Aw, that's
Very
sweet.
nice.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Okay.
I'm super excited to get to use this on myself or someone else. I don't know. We'll see.
Very exciting.
But yeah, it's so pretty.
I like the rose ones because they're more chatty.
They are.
They are.
And I think it's great that you're playing in the dungeon because of you being this crazy slut person now.
It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Now I can like change the light colors to fit my my character, but I have to fuck around with it a bit to like see what would look good.
Yeah. That would be fun.
Give me a second. Cause like the colors they like say on the app is not like the color that shows.
Oh, yeah.
What
That's
degree?
fair.
It's a lot cooler. Like so if you do like a yellow on the app, then it'll give you like a white, or like sometimes it'll pull like an orange or something weird.
Interesting.
Yeah, their gold is a weird color. It almost comes out green.
Huh.
Yeah.
Plays by its own set of rules.
Pretty much.
If I can figure out which one is right above me, then I will fuck around and find out.
Do
Um,
it.
The one right above you should be listed as the one that says TV.
No, it is light strip 4.
Oh, you mean the light strips, yeah.
I do. Alright, so it's violet right now. By the way, in case you guys are wondering, Siobhan and Patrick. Salmon is the best color for the strip lights downstairs.
Salmon?
It looks fantastic on the skin tone, and it goes the best with the current light we have as well as our furniture. So I thought you guys could know that.
Good to know.
This girl with her fucking interior design shit. Like, listen, Linda, I know what works, okay?
I
That's your
have
specialty.
very passionate beliefs, and I will say
About
them.
lighting.
I am right.
That is fair.
I would fucking love it.
That's your specialty right there.
No, pink and violet are basically the same thing.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, yellow's going like a weird green color. Gold is not helping either. Orange is the best. But I know. Let me find something real quick. Because I know like the voice commands will do more colors, but I have to like find the color words. What's the colors? All 123.
Thistle, welcome back. You're gonna
Yeah,
get
no,
kicked
no,
off the
no.
bed again if you don't get out of that bag.
Mine.
Thistle said, share the
Nice.
treats, Mom.
Oh,
Oh.
I want to eat.
Get your own goldfish, Thistle.
No, Deja.
Sunflower seeds. You don't eat them anyways.
You can't have that.
She just licks them with the salt and walks away.
Yeah.
What a turd.
Oh, Barney, was he being too cuddly?
Okay, I need to play with this real quick, so I'm gonna mute myself.
That's fine. How funny would it be if she was like saying the words on the screen and then your rooms heard it and then your room started doing weird things? Because that would be fucking great. Like if
Yeah,
it
I
just
can see
picked
that
up, if it
happening.
just picked up the. I know, so I don't want to say the word because I'm afraid if I say it, it'll do something. But that would be hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna turn off all the lights in the house.
The other day they were downstairs doing something, playing with the colored lights in the basement, and the lights in my bedroom started changing colors. That was awkward.
Nice.
Still don't know why the heck that happened.
No idea. But the lights in my bedroom and in your room were all changing colors, and
Why? And ammonium.
mm-hmm.
Trying to get the map to do what it's supposed to do, but that's my delay.
No worries. Hang.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I might color him a new dick pic today.
With
So while it's being done for the moment, there it goes.
you're having a fun time with her.
Still fighting on the live stream, guys. Oh.
Oh, kitty cat.
Oh my gosh.
Excellent. That's adorable.
This dick pic is great. I'm doing this one.
Oh, dang cute.
Oh my gosh, okay, so there's this one, and I was wondering why his little sign said TD on it, and I was like, oh, it's because it's the Big Adventures of Tiny Dick. So it's the tiny dick sign.
Yes. He's making his mark.
Fucking great.
The Big Adventures of Tiny Dick.
Yep. Big Adventures of Tiny Dick.
Okay, so coming around the top of the next one, you see a group of strange creatures that appear to be attacking the outer walls of this temple.
1 second, I think I left my phone. Let me go. But continue.
You do recognize some of the creatures. You fought them before. You see some of the Chul, the lobstermen creatures. And they show up on screen.
Damn it, why does that keep happening?
Silly computer.
So we're now inside of one of the temples that was being desecrated.
No, you are just outside of it.
Let's see.
This is the group that is attacking that space.
Word.
Kate.
Do they look like cultists, or do they just look like bug people?
They're Chul, the
So you
weird
have
creatures.
the you have the lobster creatures that are kind of creepy, but in addition, you're also seeing these ant praying mantis creatures as well that are with them.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Do they look like they're with each other, or are they against each other?
They look like they're together.
Okay.
They're both some kind of insect aberration-y kind of thing.
Okay.
Let's see. Seppi.
I vote Tatiana tries to scare them off with her scary voice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do a battle cry, of course, you know.
I'm wondering why they're there. Like, oh, we're just getting the last spoils of the cultists who just came by here and fucked shit up. Or like,
Well, the cultists have summoned and used Chul minions before.
Yep.
Remember at their main temple?
Yep.
makes sense.
I think I'm gonna have to log off and log back on.
Okay.
My computer's doing something weird.
Okay.
Never mind, I just got it back.
Yay!
I don't know what's going on. My computer's being weird.
It happens.
Tulia, where's Tulia?
Right here.
Here.
Okay. So, you guys come within view of this, and they come up and around the temple, seeing actual movement. There's a slight look of surprise on the insects' faces. They have a little bit more expressive than the crustaceans, and they're surprised to see someone other than the cultists down here. Roll for initiative.
Oh
Woo!
No, you can't steal my dice.
no! Yeah. Still mine. This is also mine.
Stop.
Seppi got a 29.
26.
Vivian got a 20.
Tatiana got a 30!
Yes!
I might get to go first this time, guys!
Oh, big boom right off the bat. Set everyone on fire.
Yes! Fucking
This is the ideal situation for
fireball!
fireball right here.
Fucking
They're all
fireball!
backed against walls. They're all kind of in a group. This is the ideal situation for a fireball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do it.
You said
No friendlies.
30 for Tatiana.
Yeah!
Okay.
Sushi. Out. 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 Out.
Sounded for like 10 seconds like you called him douchey instead of sushi. It made me laugh.
Fuck yeah.
Douchey cat, get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
And he goes.
Okay, you have one particularly dense tool.
And then boy,
Yeah, he not the smart one. Okay,
Yay, I get to go first!
Tatiana's first up on the list.
Alright, so I'm gonna start off with my battle cry before we do anything. And I got a 29 for intimidation, and I just yelled, "You nasty ass bug motherfuckers, you need to get the fuck out of here, stop fucking this shit up before we fuck you up!"
boom.
Okay, roll your intimidate skill.
29.
29. All right. The Chul don't seem particularly phased.
Oh,
However, the bug creatures are a little taken back.
How dare you talk to us like that?
yo, what's this lady on? Like,
All right. Now your actual action.
Motherfucking purple.
whoop.
Alright. So. Okay, so it's a 20-foot burst, and I see that there's like 4 of them kind of close together enough that maybe I could land it like right in front of them, and that could hit at least those 4.
Let's see, 20 foot. So where you want to aim for? You have Titus conglomeration to the back over here.
Yeah, that's where I was looking at, yeah.
Okay.
And I got a math 31 for my attack roll.
Yay.
Okay. All right. The 2 Chul that are pretty much at the center of the blast take full impact. One of the bog striders, as they're called, sees it coming and manages to dodge and take less damage. How much damage does everybody get?
20.
20 points of damage.
Yeah. And okay. It's gonna take me down. This slide here. I need to use a level 2 spell. That was 2 actions. Give my other action to Vesta. Let Vesta get in the fight.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna give my other action to Vesta to let her get in the fight so she can move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Closest guy is like 40 feet though. She can only move 30.
20. No, 25 to the closest guy from Vesta.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So she's going to use an action to run up to him, and she's going to. Is it a bug creature?
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna go for one of its scrawny little nasty legs with her teeth for a 23.
Okay. 23 hits.
Okay, so it's 1d8. Which one the fuck is the 8? This is the 8. 1d8 plus 3. So 8 points of damage. And she's gonna go in again for another 23.
23 still hits. These guys are pretty weak, it seems.
10 points of damage. Woo! And that's our turn.
Okay. All right. Next up is Sephi.
Yes. Let's see. I'm going to move up to where I could hit the most critters inside with a spell that's a ray of light for 120 feet. It's like a line. Oh, it only targets one creature. I'll go for that boy in the middle.
The one down standing on the platform.
Yep.
Okay.
Going in zip. Oh no! I'm gonna use my hero. Well, can you put me on the map where I would be to do that action?
Well, you could. If it's just a straight line, you have to be in line of sight.
Yeah.
And these walls are only, say, waist high.
Okay, so I'd be right there. Yeah, I'm gonna use a hero point to reroll that nat 1 that I rolled then. So I don't actually.
Your hero point this early in the game?
Yeah, because I don't want to hit anybody else with this attack in that group of friendlies that I'm surrounded by.
Well, it's very improbable with your target's up there. It's very improbable you're going to hit. It's going right past Vesta. That's the only risk you're running.
Okay, then I'll let it be. I got a nat 1.
Okay.
Whoever that hits.
It just goes up into space. It does not get anybody else.
Well, great. That's my turn.
Okay.
Might hold one action to, dodge or something. For something that makes sense for me.
Yep. So the bog strider that you just flashed the light at turns it around and with the spear in its hand throws it at the closest member of your party.
Vesta, no.
Not Vesta's a little low and right up on the guy. Throwing spear at him at Vesta is not going to be the most effective. So instead it's thwack. Actually misses with that the throw, and uses its other action to pull the spear back to itself. Apparently, it's got the spears have ropes on them, almost like a harpoon. Okay. Thwack, after having knocked the spear out of the air, is going to light up his sword on fire and charge in at the guy. Because of those magic boots of his that make him a little bit faster, he managed to get right up on him before delivering his attack.
Nice.
But the creature saw it coming and dances out of the way. The next Bog Strider also swings a spear at Thwack and hits, stabbing him in the arm with the spear. And let's see. And while yanking on the rope, successfully knocks Thwack off balance. He is now down on one knee.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay, next up. Next little Bog Strider also throws his spear, aiming for Caradan, who is much harder to hit, and he just deflects the spear throw away with his shield. Julia.
I'm gonna move in closer, kind of keeping to the bottom left corner. So, across that little pond from everybody.
Down here.
Above the wall.
Yeah.
And then I am going to throw my 3 daggers.
Okay.
Hitting with a 32, a 27, and a 26 consecutively, and I've already accounted for negatives.
Okay.
Damn.
Who are you throwing at?
Guy at the center of the pond.
The one that's Thwack's right up in.
Yeah.
Okay. How much damage does this poor guy take?
Mm.
Total of 29 damage for all 3.
Okay. The volley of daggers flying at him delivers much pain, and he lets out this high-pitched screech as he begins to backpedal.
That's right. Get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jewel here will advance on Thwack. And will first go at attack Thwack with his both of his pincers, which Thwack being small and even despite having that spear sticking in his arm, he's managing to pull back and struggle out of the way. But it was close. Vivian.
I am going to cast Harm. Is that wall there going to block my harm spell?
No, it's all, the walls go from about knee high to waist high.
Okay, cool. Then
If
I'm
somebody
going to.
wanted to duck butt down behind them, we can get some cover, but otherwise it's just a mild impediment.
Alright, and just to confirm, the bubble right in front of me is Caradan and not an enemy.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
I
Alright.
recognize that as being kind of important.
That is indeed important.
Don't attack Caradan. It wouldn't end well.
Please.
I agreed. Alright, then I am going to cast Harm on the one that is at. Hold on, I lost the Zoom screen. Give me a second.
Glad
The
it's not
one-
just me.
That is at my like 3:15 o'clock. Yes, that one. And then
That's one there. Yes.
I do not know. I am not clear on which one is at 3:15.
Okay.
it's the one to my right and then slightly below.
There is
Southernmost
nothing below
enemy.
you.
The southernmost enemy on the screen, I believe.
Yeah.
So
That one.
this guy that's highlighted in red.
Wait, is the bubble to the left of that one not an enemy?
This one.
Oh, that's Tulia. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, I can't see the bubbles very well.
Don't attack me either.
I'm gonna do my best. Okay, then I am going to attack that one that is currently highlighted with a harm spell. Alright, and then that is going to be I got is 20 hold on, 30 26 to hit.
Hits.
Alright, and then it does I got 29 damage.
Nice.
Damn.
This one also
Yo.
lets out an incredible
Slashing.
shriek of pain.
Alright, and then I'm gonna have Carradine run up to the one that Vesta is also fighting, but have him attack the one that's in the water, kind of like the square in between Vesta and the enemy to the right.
So right in here.
Yeah, and attack the one that's in the water with his.
It's a platform actually, but you have the Chul here that's beating up on Thwack.
Yeah. Can he attack it? Can he reach?
Yes.
Okay, neato. And then he gets a 30 to hit.
30 definitely lands on the Chul despite their tough armor they have.
Okay, give me just a second. I don't have Carradine's character sheet.
Oh, shame.
Show you.
I love you.
So apparently that response is useful for a lot of things.
Oh, I bet.
End all of every argument.
My favorite is at what cost? Is it anything to be out of this? At what?
That is a good one. Okay, and then he gets
Chips.
a. Okay, 1d8. Okay, sorry. I tried to be prepared.
Gosh.
He gets a 12 to hit. Not to hit. 12, yeah, 12 to hit.
Okay. And Carradine gets back 6 hit points if he's damaged.
Okay. He is not damaged. He's a healthy boy.
He's a healthy skelly boy.
And then I still have one action left,
Okay.
so I'm gonna use that action to release Zombird from the void. And then Zombird is going to attack the enemy that Vesta was attacking. And I do not have a character sheet for Zombird.
Yep.
I will-
I keep forgetting to write one up for you.
No worries.
So I got home and I found your Skelly boy on my desk, and I was so mad because I wanted to give him to you, and I keep every time he's been waiting for you for like so long. So whenever I get those items done that I made for you guys, I'm gonna put him in the package with them.
Smart.
Okay, thank you. And then Zombird got an 11 to hit.
11 hit.
Mhm.
Okay. So, streaking out of the void,
That's my new band name.
Streaking out of the
Your band name.
I buy
It
your
also
CD.
it sounds like a metal band, who comes out running onto stage buck-ass naked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be Vivian's band right there.
Yep.
She didn't even think about, do I want to fuck him? She'll know instantaneously.
I am currently recruiting, so if anybody wants to be a part of my band, we really need a drummer, and a vocalist, and every other thing, because I can't do anything besides like clarinet.
We'll have a drummer, a guitar, a vocalist, and a sick-ass clarinet, guys!
Okay.
I don't know what kind of band this
Streaks
is.
out of the void,
This is great.
and swiping the bog strider with his claws. He is caught across his face, and one of his antennae actually is ripped off.
Ooh.
Dang.
All right, after Vivian is the bog strider who just got hurt pretty bad. He will
Okay.
flail about in the air trying to get Zombird with his spear. And then attempt to stab Vesta, all of which is in vain. Apparently the loss of his antennae is really fucking with his balance and so forth.
Amazing.
Okay. That's Bog Strider. Where's this guy? So another one, a Bog Strider that's in the back of the group, going to pull out his net and toss it, and try and catch Zombird. Oh dear God, he just rolled a 1.
That's what we get.
Yes.
Alright.
Man, we're kicking ass today. Doing great.
Doing great.
I'm questioning
Okay,
if
so
we're
the
gonna get
tool,
around it.
I know.
the tool that's right in between this Bog Strider and Zombird now has a net thrown over him.
Nice.
Excellent.
Please tell me he's doing like this with his little crappy claws trying to get out of it.
Pretty much.
Live like a bitch, die like a bitch.
That having failed, he will also throw his spear at Zombird, which also fails.
Amazing.
These ant, praying mantis, bug things aren't very good. There's just a lot of them.
That's good to hear.
They're pests. Go figure.
The Bog Strider in the back has various markings and paintings on its skin. It's bigger and looks a little bit meaner than the others. It's the one that actually managed to dodge out of the way. And it starts waving its forearms in some kind of gesture. For those of you who are spellcasters, that's probably what's happening right now.
Oh yeah.
Well, praying mantis casting a spell.
Either that or he's giving directions to landing an airplane.
You know, he's like, I gotta earn that money, even if I'm fighting you.
Yeah.
I'm a responsible bug creature, lobster man. I need to keep doing my job.
So he finishes his spell, and he slams the staff that he has into the ground, and you see just a ripple of earth running across the battlefield.
Yikes.
Everyone give me a reflex check to avoid being knocked to the ground.
Seffi got a 25.
Nat.
Okay.
Nat everything good. Just natty. Nat.
You said reflex?
I will need one for Caradan and one for Vesta.
Okay.
14 or 17 for Vivian. Oh wait, you didn't need one for Vivian?
No, Vivian does need one too, but
Oh, she got a 17.
Okay, at that range, 17 is good. You're not knocked down.
Okay.
What about Caradan?
Caradan gets a 28.
Okay, he's still standing. Vesta needs a reflex save.
Tatiana got a 26. No, sorry, I can't count. Yes, 26. And Vesta got a 19 on the die with her reflex, which is 13, so 32. Vesta got a 32. And Tatiana got a 26.
And having 4 legs makes it harder to be knocked down. Apparently, which is why also none of the opponents were knocked down.
I got my sea legs on, and lucky.
You're on the ground, it doesn't work quite that way.
Boo.
I
The
also
ground-
have it says remind DM lucky.
Oh, yeah, there's that too.
Uh-huh.
So the only person who actually manages to get knocked down by this tremor spell is Kate.
Oh man, that makes sense though.
She also managed to roll a nat 1 for her initiative. She's not starting out real well in this fight.
Aww.
I do not like it.
Okay. This Chula will scuttle forward and attempt to engage with Thwack. Ooh. Thwack gets caught in one of his pincers and is being squished hard.
With whack. Hard.
See. Move, attack, and Thwack just manages to barely evade the tentacle-like attack that the little face tentacles it has. From your previous encounter, you know that there is a paralytic poison that comes from those tentacles.
Yikes.
Those are not the fun kind of tentacles.
Not the hentai kind.
No.
I'm being so upset.
Okay, that jewel. The jewel that's in the net spends his turn shredding the net. And last but not least, it's Kate's turn. With a bellowing charge, she runs and jumps over the wall, headed straight for the jewel that was covered in a net. Delivering a massive attack to its head.
Buddy, you're on my keyboard. Buddy, stop.
That's the wrong size die.
Buddy.
Bringing the axe down on the one of the Chul's arms, did manage to dodge just out of the way, but she manages to put a massive rend in the armor of its shoulder plate. Let's see. Charge attack. And then follows it up with a round swing, catching it in mid-chest and delivering some more damage. Oops. Okay. Top of the initiative, Tatiana.
Okay. Are they in a pool of water?
No, that is a small stone platform.
Okay.
Thought
Cool.
so too at first, but it's got cracks in it.
That's fair. Okay, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so if something is a 5-foot burst, Does that mean it's only gonna hit one square, or does that mean it hits all the squares within 5 feet? Like the squares.
Let's say it goes in a space 2 by 2.
Okay. So the one that Thwack is fighting off against, if I threw it like right behind it, would I be able to get both of those two in front of Thwack?
Yes.
And not hit Thwack, preferably.
Correct.
Okay. And I might have to
fling it right past him, and then it blasts them in the back.
Okay. So it only has a 30-foot. Oh wait. Which one am I? Shit. Which one was I looking at? Oh no, it's 150 feet. Wait, maybe I shouldn't use that one because he's almost dead.
That one's almost dead, but the Chul, which are much bigger and stronger, is only slightly injured.
Okay. If something is a 15-foot cone, is there a way that I can get more than one without getting our friends that are in the fight? Because that's what I'm struggling. Like, everybody's so like cluttered.
For a 15-foot cone, you could get these two bog striders.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you were to set it off right next to Thwack, you could get the Chul and get a little spray off onto the very injured bog strider.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Or actually, from your position, the bog strider that's Vesta had attacked,
Mm-hmm.
and the Chul just passed them, you could manage to spray both of them.
Okay.
But you're going right past 3 allies, and so if you get a nat 1, you've got if you fumble it, they're at risk.
Well, I'm gonna have to move closer because I think I might need to move closer because it's only a 30-foot. I only have a 30-foot range.
Yeah, you've got to take at least a 5-foot step to get to that shot.
Yeah, I'm cool with moving up 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 feet. I'll take an action to move up. Like 20 feet, and then that way I'm like much closer to everybody else too, so I can get better range. And got a 29.
29. I'll put Kate there, because I told you you could do it, but I wasn't paying attention to Kate being there. So 29 to hit the both of them. That does hit. Give me damage.
12 points of damage.
The bog strider screeches and falls down smoldering.
All right.
The Chul, what'd you say? How many points?
12.
He's very notably injured.
All right. So the one that Vesta attacked earlier is now dead. So
Correct.
He's not going to get any persistent damage. So she's going to use... She only gets one action, right, if I don't give her any?
Correct.
Okay. She's gonna move up in between the two Chul.
So right over top of the creature she just killed?
Yep.
Or just past it?
Yep. The square right past it. Yep,
Okay.
right there. Perfect. And that's our turn.
Okay. Stephanie.
Okay. So I'm going to move within 30 feet of that injured one that's right next to Thwack and hit him with electric arc because he looks like he's almost done. He's toasted.
Just to get a relative sense of how much damage they've been taking, this is a guy, if you punch him, he might die.
Nice.
I'm good at that.
We can do it. We can make that happen.
That is actually really kind of Tulia's thing, I guess. Yeah.
So, I got a
But you are targeting that guy.
23 to hit. On that guy next to Black, who might die if you punch him in the face too hard.
Okay. Lots and plenty to hit.
Perfect. Got my hit dice in here.
Is Electric Arc a single target spell?
It is. Well, it's 1 to 2 targets.
Then you probably ought to target some more because
I might do the one next, like, down from him.
yeah.
Just do a little more damage.
When I say punch is a non-lethal attack, and that would probably kill it.
Mine's lethal.
Okay, so
Or
they both take 8 points of damage.
All right. Well, that's enough to finish off his one hit point he had left.
I figured. I was like, I bet Electric Arc will do the job.
Or, as described in a meme someplace, when you eating corn tortilla chips and you get the sharp point into your gum.
Yep. This one point of damage.
Okay. It's very clear that the Bog Striders are unto themselves not a whole lot of a threat. Especially for you guys.
Work in groups, yeah.
Thwack. Let's see. He manages to get the spear out of his arm and get back up onto his feet, doing a roll back so that he can get out of immediate attack range. That's his turn. The Bog Strider who speared Thwack is going to move up. Let's see who's the most likely target. He's going to move up on Vesta because she is surrounded
Yep.
on 3 sides and looks like a good target.
Damn it.
Okay. Julia is facing technical difficulties.
Poop.
The Bog Strider does not manage to land a blow on Vesta.
Yay.
Alright. I'll take a quick break and go do tech support stuff.
Okay.
Excellent.
So, how's life?
It's going well.
What you guys been up to?
Just got back from North Carolina on Friday.
Yeah, I saw that you
Fun
saw Kiratora.
I did! She's so much taller than I thought she was.
Yeah, how tall is she?
She's a couple inches taller than me.
No way.
Yeah,
You're tall
I was
as
like,
fuck.
whoa.
How? What the fuck?
Like, I'm sure you get this a lot, but you are way taller than I expected.
Yeah, I did not know she was that tall.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
It's really sweet. Just real fun hanging out with her.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Missing everything else too, and had our friend Jen with me, so the trip was really fun.
Yay.
Yeah, got some squash and olives. Got the entire planet.
I
set
fucking
in squash
saw.
and olives. I was like, yeah.
I saw
I
that.
lost it in that Five Below. I literally, there was a limit to, so I had my mom buy 2, I bought 2, and Jennifer bought 2.
They would only let
And
you
then
buy
they let me
2.
come through the line one more time and get through the last one.
Oh wow.
So.
I have never heard of them doing that before. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's because they're scalpers, which is valid.
Oh, that
I
makes
think
sense.
that's why she let me buy the last one, because I'm like, I'm not trying to scalp them and like understand why you have to do this, but like it sucks. Then I have one more and then I'm complete set, and she was like, just go grab it and come back around and like, yes.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. I would have been like, I'm gonna leave and then I'm gonna come back in.
That's essentially, yeah, what she said to do. She's just like, you just can't, like, have it be the same transaction. So she was a real G, and I appreciated her.
Yeah, I do that for people, like at the Halloween store, because it's 1 coupon per customer per day. So if you come in the store, and then you leave the store, and then you come back in, it's a different transaction, different customer. Like,
yeah, I've never seen you before in my life, person. Let me see your coupon.
yeah. And it's even great if, like, I'm in the middle of, like, a shift change and I'm, like, changing out who's on the register. And so, like, they literally are getting rung up by a different person. So it's like, yeah, no
So
worries.
it's not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smart. That's how you be a G.
Alright. So the one bog strider missed Vesta. This one will charge in, scuttling along, and it's going to come right up on Tulia and try and cast the net right on Tulia as she gets up there.
No.
Now.
Tulia,
Mm-hmm.
what's your armor class?
24.
Way exceeds this guy's attempt. He does keep the net in his hand because it was, instead of throwing it, it's kind of doing it gladiator style.
Yep.
But manages to swipe at you with the net and miss.
Sweet.
But he does follow it up with a jab with his spear, which also misses.
Like a bitch.
I'm just lucky, I guess.
Alright, it is Tulia's turn next.
Sweet.
And the goddess is paying attention.
Yay!
Who is
Hello.
Okay. There's the one that's right up on top of me. I'm gonna lob my 3 knives in his chest.
Okay.
So that would be a 32, a 30, and a 26.
All enough to hit the guy.
Fabulous.
So, he dies on the very first knife. This was clearly an act of desperation.
We got like 20 damage to him.
As I've said, he died on the very first knife.
Technically, his body took 20 damage, but he did not.
Well,
With the sacrifice to those, can you really tell which knife killed him?
I was going to point out to Tulia that unless that is a single action feat, you know that he fell dead on the first one, and you still have your other 2 actions.
The first 2 were a single action, so yeah, I'll use the third one
Okay.
as my second action. The one that's still alive at the center, I'll lob it at him.
The Chul that's just south of the skeleton of the skull.
Yeah. And that'll be 9 damage off of that third one.
Okay. That was Tulia. The Chul, facing off against Caradan, is rather pissed about having gotten stabbed by him, and goes to attack Caradan with the tentacles on his face.
Ew.
Right?
He gets a nat 20 to attack Caradan
Oh shit.
with his tentacles and the paralytic poison to
Ew.
the undead.
Uh-oh.
Paralytic poisons don't work on undead. Poisons in general don't work on undead.
Oh, that's good then.
Up to this point, the Chul didn't know that he was facing an undead. With that 20, he manages to worm his tentacles in under Caradan's helmet and pop the helmet off and wrap those tentacles around his neck, aka spine. And if a lobster could have a look of horror on its face, that's what we're dealing with here.
This is where it's at right now.
So, I will point out that a nat 20 means you succeeded at what you tried to do. It doesn't mean that the outcome also always meets what you'd like to have happen.
Fair.
Nope.
Vivian. Caradan just lost his helm.
He lost his helm.
Yes, the Chul in front of him attacked and got a nat 20 to use his face tentacles to try and poison an undead. So there's technically poison on Caradan's skeleton right now, which he don't give no fucks about.
Which she's like, you're irrelevant.
Are the Chuls, like, immune to poison?
They're probably mostly immune to their own poison, but undead are immune to the poison that the Chul tried to use on him.
Yeah, I was gonna say that he was gonna kind of swipe it off and then he has a claw attack, but
So
that's
by
not gonna be
doing this,
effective.
the lobster man has kind of got him, his claws are out and around, so that he can get in close and do this.
Does this count as a grapple?
Yeah.
He has a claw attack.
Pardon?
He has a claw attack.
Oh, he could if he hadn't been so startled by finding himself facing into the Caradan's skeletal face. He might have made a claw attack as well. But it's
He was like,
you and
"Whoa."
Caradan's turn.
Caradan has a claw attack.
Oh, he does?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And the guys and the lobster's claws are out and away, so he's not blocking very well right now.
Okay.
This would be a good time for, that whole rip in and rip out somebody's heart kind of thing.
Yeah,
we'll
do
do
it.
that.
He'll
Alright.
have evil queen moment.
It's gonna do.
Yeah, roll your attack roll. Let's see how good is this.
He got a 25.
Okay. With the bonuses for the guy being completely wide open, he does manage to kind of do an upward claw rake and get right behind one of the plates on the creature's chest. So we will call this a critical hit. Give me damage for his claw attack.
You got 14 for damage.
Okay. So reaching inside the Chul's chest, I am not sure if lobsters have hearts or exactly how that works for them. But there are definitely some squishy bits on the inside that Caradan reaches in
And
And
now makes
with
go to the
his-
outside.
with his hand glowing with the necromantic essence of his existence, kind of scrambles around some of this guy's innards.
Why can't my hands ever glow with the essence of my existence? Seems so unfair.
You're more likely to glow with the actual essence of life as opposed to the undead of unlife.
I meant more literally, but
We never know with you, Steffi.
never know. Never know. I always
They
So-
have a heart of sorts. It is not a 4-chamber heart like ours is. It is a single chamber. It's called an ostia.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, in doing so, he reaches in, scrambles around some of the guts, and pulls off the part of the plate of the lobster creature, exposing his chest. The guy has decreased his armor class has decreased.
And then Vivian is going to cast harm on that guy.
Okay.
And she gets a 20, 35 to hit.
Jesus Christ. All right. Roll damage on that.
That is 17 damage.
Woohoo!
Okay. So, because Caradan was right in an up-close embrace with the guy, the spell slams into both of them. So you just hit Caradan with a harm.
What?
He's undead. What does that do to undead?
Oh, it
Heals him.
Heal.
Yup.
Like, that's whack. But I'm kidding.
This
No,
is why
heal him.
Vivian wasn't concerned about it.
Alright, sounds good. Carry on.
Yes.
All is well.
So while Caradan actually is not currently injured because of what he's been, that he's doing perfectly fine, you could just see this. If his skull could smile more, he probably would be.
He's smiling emotionally.
Right. The harm spell blasts into the Chul, almost being channeled by that hand of Caradan's that's inside of its body. It is staggered and slumped to the ground, but not quite dead.
Whack. Zombird's gonna attack him.
Alright. So Zombird will do a flyby rake at the at that Chul. Roll your die.
It was an 11 on a d20.
Okay. That is enough to hit. And Zombird adds a little bit more damage to the state of being.
Sweet.
That Chul is pretty damn close to dead. The Bog Strider that threw spears is now going to charge up and attack Kate. Who actually takes a spear in the side from one of his attacks. Kate looks like she's pissed. Pissed would be the best best description of how she's feeling about this issue.
Sounds about right.
The Bogstride Shaman, looking around and seeing that this is not going well for his compatriots, casts two separate spells. First, he casts a heal spell on, let's see, charge up, cast, there, casts a healing spell on one of his troop. And casts a spell to increase the size of this one that I just stabbed Kate. He just got big.
Oh shit.
As casters know, most of the time when somebody gets increased in size like that, their strength goes up as well. Okay. This Chul down here is going to move forward. I'm going to attack one each to Sephi and Thwack. Nat 20 to hit Sephi.
Dang it.
10 points of damage with the spear. Thwack manages to avoid getting hit. And The jewel that's next to that got chopped by Kate in the head will also try to return the affection. One of his attacks lands, and then the other attack manages to actually catch the flailing limb of the bog strider that just got increased in size. Okay, Tatiana, your turn. Oh, excuse me, it's actually Kate's turn just before you.
Yeah.
She mad.
She uses her attacks to drive back the giant bog strider and Chul, keeping them on a defensive position without actually landing any damage. Now it's Tatiana's turn.
Okay. I am going to use elemental toss at the guy who was just enlarged
Okay.
for a 21.
21 hits.
Thank God. All right, and that is. Why do I always fuck this up? Yep. Okay, so it's 10, 16, 19, 22 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do it again. For 32.
32 hits as well.
Nice.
That's going to be 6, 7, 10, 16, 18 points of damage.
He is shrieking and angry and in pain.
As he should be. And then Vesta, I'll give an action to Vesta. She's gonna attack the one in front of her.
That is the Bog Strider Shaman.
Okay. She got this. I have rolled a 9 on this die way too many times in a row. A 23.
Something wrong with this.
23 is still enough to hit the Shaman.
1d8 plus 3, so shit. 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And then she's gonna try the one to the north of her for a 17.
17 does not hit.
And one last try for 23. Wait, no, I didn't count that right. 19 plus 14 is 29, so 33. There we go.
33. That one hits. Who is she hitting?
The one to the north.
Okay. That lands.
Yeah.
For 5 points of damage. And then they will get persistent damage on my next turn.
Okay. Seppi.
Alright, I'm gonna do electrical arc at the one right in front of me. That gave me the out. And I got a 21 to hit.
Oh, what the fuck? Sorry. Not you. My fucking
I was like, does
pencil.
it hit?
Like, the shit just broke out of my fucking pencil. I was
So
like,
rude.
what? I was just
What
coloring
did-
with you.
What did you swing to hit?
21.
Unfortunately, that's not enough to hit. Their chitinous armors makes it very difficult to land spells and blows to them. Any other actions?
Nah, 'cause I don't have any weapons or anything.
Okay. Do whack. While the creature was busy stabbing you and defending against the electrical attack you just gave, he will come in and try to go for the underbelly. His first strike misses, but the second one lands a decent blow into the softer part of the underside of the lobster tail.
What the fuck?
So technically, Thwack just stabbed it in its butthole.
Ah! Excellent.
Okay.
If it was a humanoid, there would be a femoral artery to be worried about.
Yep. The Bog Strider Shaman, let's see, flails about with its staff a bit, and then takes a swing first at Vesta. Which Vesta easily ducks underneath.
Woohoo!
And
Yeah.
the second swing, but lands on Zombird. The Zombird is hit and sent spinning as the Zombird's wings don't seem to work very well at this moment. Apparently, the Bogstrider Shaman cast some kind of weakening curse on Zombird. Tulia, you're up.
Alright. $38.
I believe somebody's knocking at my front door. One moment.
Okay, I'm out. 38, 31, and 38, 31, and 26. That's not bad.
No, that's really good. Kicking ass and taking names. Not taking names because we don't fucking care what their name is.
Door-to-door solicitor for pest control,
Oh.
who can't read the no soliciting sign.
Right. Alright, so I got some good rolls. I got a 38, a 31, and a 26 to hit.
What are you hitting?
Who's still alive?
The closest thing to you is the Chul that is 10 feet away, engaged with Quack and Sephi right north of you.
Sweet, I'll throw him at him.
Okay. Did you say you had a 26?
26 was my lowest.
26 does not hit.
Okay. So the first two. $17 total damage
Okay.
from the two blades that do.
really quite amazing how your knives managed to sink in through the plates of this guy's armor.
They don't go through the plates, they go between the plates.
Ah, so it's more of a dexterity versus brute force attack.
Yeah, I'm not that strong, but I've got good aim.
Alright. The Chul that is just got a little bit of fire damage from Vesta and been faced off with Caradan. He is trying to back away off of Caradan's hand after Vivian and Caradan have nearly eviscerated this thing. With a lunge forward, he attempts to shove Caradan off of him. Which is wholly unsuccessful.
That's what you get.
He is very near death from the looks of it.
Excellent.
Vivian, your turn. Winter?
Yeah.
It is your turn.
Sorry.
Your turn.
Vivian is going to cast harm again. Is Sephi going to be in the way of my harm spell? Should I cast it?
Oh no.
If you get a nat 1, you have risk of maybe hitting Sephi, but remember Sephi is short.
Okay.
And
Let's
so
hope I
is
don't
Flat.
get a nat 1.
It just goes over her head, like a lot of things.
Alright, and then she gets a 30 to hit. And then does 21 damage.
Which finishes off the Chul, whose heart is being played with by Caradan.
And then both Zombird and, or I guess Caradan's kind of locked in.
Oh, he can step over and around the bodies easily.
Oh, then he's gonna do that, and then they're going to attack the tool that is to the right of Vesta.
Those ones so one immediately to the right of Vesta is actually the Bog Strider Shaman. There's a Chul to the above Vesta, and then there's the oversized Bog Strider to the north.
Oh, then they'll go to the Bog Strider Shaman to the right of Vesta.
Okay.
And Caradan gets a 13 to hit. Or sorry, not a 13, a 29 to hit.
I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
Don't worry, he has some good bonuses.
Good.
Damage.
And then damage is 13. And then Zombird gets a 9 to hit.
Zombird, swooping in from behind, rips the head off of the shaman Bog Strider.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
It had 2 hit points left, and that was more than enough.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. The giant Bog Strider is going to attempt to flatten Kate.
Oh my.
Best of luck to
Nice
it.
try. Nice. Good luck. What am I saying?
What was that?
Good luck. I think
Dumb.
that's what I was trying to say.
I just tell him how dumb he is.
While he thinks he's big and strong, he's facing Kate.
Yep.
Bigger and stronger.
Well, he is now technically taller than Kate. He might even, weigh 3/4 of what Kate weighs now.
Wow. Pretty great.
So his stomping attacks and kicks really don't do shit. And the third one, the nat 1, lets Kate grab hold of that leg. And doing a roll back, she basically pulls the guy over top of her and slams him into the wall behind her.
Mint.
This guy is clearly not used to his increased size, and it's really not helping him. He's stronger and tougher, but he's just not more skillful.
Mm-hmm.
So
He's doing a special.
he is very close to dead and dazed. All right. That was his turn. The Chul in front of Sephi is going to again try and get a hold of her. One of his claw attacks, let's see. Does 22 beat your armor class, Sephi?
No, it does not.
You have a very near miss for the Chul's claws trying to grab a hold of you. 1 claw, 2 claw, and then he comes in with his face, trying to lick you with his tentacle barb things.
He wants to make out with you. He thinks you're cute.
No, I don't like him. It's gross.
Your gender is leaf, his gender is insect.
He is my natural enemy in the wild.
Yep. So,
I've heard of bug leaves though.
That's true. But he's not a bug leaf.
Nope, that's what you'd have if you had babies.
gee.
I'm a leaf. It's not how I reproduce.
His attacks miss.
Okay.
The Chul next to Kate, seeing her preoccupied having just tossed around the big bug strider, manages to land a nasty blow to the back of her head. So unfortunately now Kate is also dazed. Her turn. And despite being bashed about and not particularly with it, she is smart enough to roll in towards her her friends, as opposed to getting further out and separated from the battle, getting slightly away from her opponents. Tatiana, you're up.
Oh. Alright, I am going to use something. Gotta get shit out of my
I'm
way.
gonna do something, and oh boy, when I do.
Fire arc targets 2 creatures, so the 2 right north of Vesta.
Okay. One of whom is I already just put in there fire damage.
Okay. That would be a 27.
27 does not hit the Chul, but does hit the Bog Strider.
Okay. So. Nine points of damage.
Okay.
And then you did the persistent damage from Vesta already?
Correct.
Okay. And then I will actually Fuck it, why not? I'm gonna go for blistering invective for a 25 at the insect creature.
Okay, the one that you just hit.
Yep.
Okay. Apparently, does it have to understand your language?
And
It doesn't. Let me pull it up real quick because I don't remember.
We'll say that you're actually speaking Infernal, and therefore it's just, it's automatically flamey.
Yeah. That sounds
Well,
great. What does it say? Heave events spew from your mouth. Words so devastating your foes burn from the intensity of your diet. Or the target must attempt. If the target doesn't understand the language or you're not speaking a language, it gains a +4 circumstance bonus to its save. Because they must attempt a will save.
Okay.
Because if it fails a will save, then it gets frightened, and then it still gets 2d6 fire damage either way.
Okay.
As long as I hit.
You did hit.
Okay. 10 points of damage. And then if it succeeds at its will save, it only takes half of the damage. And the damage is it's persistent fire damage as well. And then if it fails, it becomes frightened by 1 and takes the full fire damage. If it critically fails, it becomes frightened by 2 and takes double the damage.
Okay. It failed its saving throw, but not critically.
Okay, so it's frightened 1 and takes 10 points of damage.
Got it. Okay. Seppi.
I'm gonna hit the one in front of me again with an electric arc, trying to take this out. Oh no! I got a 20.
Not enough. Unless that was a nat 20.
Nope. 4, hey.
Okay. Other action?
Nope, that's all.
Okay. Giuseppe is thwack. From underneath, he's trying to stab it in the bone hole again.
It worked really well the first time.
So he lands another blow, and it does some notable damage to the poor Chul.
Good.
But unfortunately, it also does nasty things when whatever's in the Chul's bowels empty on Thwack.
Oh man. Well, he was the smart one that decided to stab it in the butt, so, he gets it.
So there you go.
So Thwack is now covered in slime and retching.
Ooh.
Julia.
I'm just trying to figure out how these things are still alive. How many do we have left?
You have 2 Chuls and 2 Bog Striders. Everybody's pretty well hurt.
Alright. Does any one of them look a little bit better off than the others?
The Chul up by Vesta is the one in the best health at this moment.
Cool, my first 2 knives hit it.
Okay.
With a 29. And a 36.
Okay. Hits.
$18 damage.
Not quite dead, but it's in a world of hurt.
But it's not happy about being alive either.
And then my third blade, I will hit the one next to Seppi. $31.
Hit.
9 damage.
Okay. Vivian.
I am going to cast Harm again. Actually, I'm gonna have Paradan and Zombird attack the one directly to the north. Actually, the one to the northwest. And then they're both gonna attack him.
The big one.
Yes.
The big one is dazed and almost dead, so probably one of the two could easily take him out.
No, the one to the left of that one.
Ah, okay.
Um,
Yes, the big one,
okay.
he's almost
Yeah.
dead.
Awesome. Then Paradan's gonna attack him, and then Zombird is going to attack the one to the southeast of him.
Okay.
I'll roll for Caradan first. Caradan gets a 19.
Total of 19. Hits.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. Okay. And then.
Guy's dazed, so he's not defending very well.
Gotcha. And then gets a 13 for damage. And then Zombird rolls.
14.
Yep.
Not quite enough to get the jewel.
Okay. And then Vivian is going to cast another harm spell at the one Seppi is targeting.
Okay.
And Vivian gets a 22 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. And then I am going to look at that.
Heck.
Have fun.
Thanks, I will.
The frightened bog strider takes a step away from Vesta to back up. How much recurring damage does he get from the blistering invective?
2d6 persistent.
Damn. Give me another 2d6.
Okie 11.
Wow. 1 point short of max damage, and it killed him.
Yay! Die, bitch!
Die, bitch, die.
Okay. So that's the end of his turn. His turn was to die.
Yep, basically.
Let's die with style.
Yup.
Okay. The Chul facing off against Sephi and Thwack. Having had his lower bowels ripped out, he's not doing so well.
Excellent.
Flailing around wildly and manages to club Sephi with one of his claws
Ow.
for 2 points of damage.
The direction of the owl.
The other Chul facing that is right by Caradan will attempt to attack him. And lands a solid hit with his claws to Caradan's chest. For 11 points of damage. I'll keep track of that because Vivian's out of the room. Kate, having shaken her head clear, steps up and engages with that Chul as well. Three consecutive strikes with her big bad axe. The Chul before her falls down dead with an axe buried in the top of its skull. There's only one Chul left, and he is the one being disemboweled by Thwack. Tatiana, it is your turn.
Alright. There's one left.
There's one left. It's the one in between Seppi and Thwack, and he's in a world of hurt.
Cool.
Need to tell Thwack that's not how you're supposed to do a colonoscopy.
Ah!
He's at least supposed to wear personal protective equipment.
Right.
Produce flame for 25.
25 hits.
Fuck yeah.
Probably wouldn't have, except for the fact that he's,
Somewhat
but-
wounded.
yeah.
9 points of damage. He's dead. Hopefully.
Dead.
Out of the 100 hit points he has, he is now at 99.
Ah!
Of course. Vesta is going to take my action to get hers, and she's gonna run over and chomp his dick off.
Excellent.
Once again, not an appendage I know whether lobsters have or not.
Probably not. 22.
22 is enough to sink its teeth into one of its legs, delivering just enough fire damage to finish it off.
Whoop whoop.
Excellent.
You
Nice.
have killed a whole shit ton of monsters.
Go team, go!
Go team, go!
We kick their ass.
They had begun the process of trying to whittle down the sacred defenses of the Temple of Thoth, and yet you have stopped them, and the temple remains still consecrated, undesecrated.
Mm-hmm.
Chul, being more monster than intelligent creature, there's not very much treasure there. Though if you do remember, there was the one armor smith who was really interested in getting his hands on any, especially if you get any more giant Chul plate.
But these count as giant Chul?
No, these ones were regular sized. So he might pay for some of the care pieces, any pieces that you don't have, that you guys haven't too much damage.
I mean, we should take what we can then.
Okay.
Just in case. Maybe we want some elbow joints or something.
Right.
Hey, I have to ask, is the meat any good?
Can we eat them?
A book series that Siobhan and I are both reading, they have a lobster-like monster in it as well, and they keep the monsters in the video game reference keep dropping meat, which they make basically a lobster bisque out of.
Yum.
I had to at least ask.
You know,
Alright.
you gotta.
Siobhan, roll sea lore. You have heard of someone trying to make a soup out of them, but it was not good.
Oh man.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Too much corruption.
Pretty much.
Too much corruption. Sad.
All right.
Ejection?
So you have succeeded in clearing away the monsters that were attacking the temple.
Dope.
This temple, as I said, stands uncorrupted, and the symbol on the face of the temple is that of an ibis-headed god. It is the bird. It is the bird of the word.
This is the bird of the woods. Excellent.
Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word.
Looking out at you from inside of the temple is a humanoid face with fur on it.
Another furry one?
But this face is humanoid. It's peering around one of the pillars and fairly high up. You know, it's almost as if Kate was the one standing in there looking out at you. But you can see the features of this face are very Osiran, very much of the desert people of the Osiran continent.
Interesting.
The head is wearing a small golden circlet with a gem in the middle of the forehead. But it's just looking at you quizzically for the moment, as you tend to your scrapes and wounds and pick up weapons, etc. What do you do?
Hi.
Wave and keep on going. I'm down with that idea.
I'd boop it. I'd boop it on the street.
Do you?
Oh, wait,
do you
that's-
really?
Are you sure you really want to do that?
What thistle would do.
This would do. This thistle does not know fear.
Greetings, adventurers. I see you have smashed the irritating bug creatures.
Yes, we
What is
did.
your purpose here?
Well, you know, we're just trying to find this really crazy cult leader and murder her, ultimately.
And kind of, you know, seal up that thing that isn't supposed to be here.
You've got long short of it.
Not the most eloquently put response.
I just kind of, you know, look back and forth and go, yeah.
That's the only one we got.
Why is everyone frozen again?
We're looking for some runes so that we can help complete this task that these others have failed at. Do you happen to know where they are?
Ah, you seek knowledge. Knowledge is the god Toth's domain. I am sure that if you step within, we may be able to help you.
Do I trust this guy?
Doesn't sound like a scam.
Let's see. Do a diplomacy check. I'm going to use that to see if he, seems trustworthy.
6. Fuck if I know.
Pretty much.
Well, alright, let's just go in.
Relying on blind faith here.
Fuck it.
Well, he is one of the guardians, apparently, inside of one of the undesecrated temples. You got reasonably good odds. So stepping up into the Temple of Thoth, you see the ibis-headed god statue standing serenely in the middle of the room. And laying at his feet is a sphinx.
A live one or like a statuesque one?
A live one. It was whom you were speaking with.
Oh.
So the sphinx, he's only 20 feet long. So it's a little cramped in here for him, but he probably sleeps most of the time. You know, the fact that he's 75% cat.
Makes sense.
So, you're seeking to what was the question? What was the question you asked, Molly?
Oh, about the runes and if they knew where we could find them so we could help.
The runes that we crafted here, the one that we contributed, was taken up to the statues, to the pillars up above. Let me see if I can divine any information on where the missing runes may be. And this, you see the Sphinx actually casting a divination spell.
Interesting.
Many bonuses for casting a divination spell in the house of the god of knowledge.
Nice.
I can tell you that one is protected within a magical circle, next to the body of the one that failed to deliver it up above. The other is in one of the undesecrated temples. It looks like it's in the workspace of the high priest. Let me see. Ah, there. I see an image of a hawk carved into a panel on one of the walls. I think that should lead you to where you need to be.
And what did he say about the first one? For some reason I was not paying attention because I'm dumb.
It's inside of a magical protective circle next to the body of the one who failed to deliver it above.
Interesting. Alright. Well then. Wow, that helps us out so much. I can't thank you enough.
If there's anything else that I can help you with,
Am I back?
you're back.
Yep.
Yay. Hey.
I don't think so. I think we're just
So,
going.
Siobhan, what they said was one of the rune stones is in the office of the high priest who was crafting it, and it's apparently there are images of hawks on the wall in the high priest's room.
Okay.
The other one is lying next to the body of the priest who failed to deliver it up above, and it's inside of a magic protective circle.
Okay. Also, when this is done, I need you to look at my computer.
Okay. Now I can tell that none of you are Osiren. Do you know where to go to find the hawk-headed god?
The middle of the room?
Middle of the big guy over there.
The hawk-headed god. So, you've walked past his temple already.
Okay.
Of course we did.
Well, good for us.
It's fine, we'll make our way back over there.
So, more specifically, he's pointing out Horus. which is not too far past where you originally started.
Ha.
So, you've gone 2/3 of the way around the temple. Do you wish to continue?
Yes.
I just want to get a lay of the land.
All right. Coming around the outside of the temple, you see another one that has not been desecrated. The images on the outside of the temple depict a jackal-headed god.
Hey. So we found Anubis.
This temple seems to be whole and unimpeded. Sadly, the next one south of that depicts a female hippopotamus-headed goddess whose statue has been destroyed.
Oh, how sad. I like her.
As you come past the hippopotamus goddess's temple, Wajet, you come the final elemental shrine, the shrine of air, where there within are multiple whirlwinds constantly in motion. Very likely that this is how there's still breathable air down here.
Interesting.
That would make sense.
Does anyone wish to approach the Temple of Air?
I don't want my fire blown out. I'll pass.
Yeah, I'm good. Air's not my stat. I mean, you could be a leaf on the wind.
I would be a leaf on the wind at that point. Where would I go? Who's to say?
I've got no connections.
So continuing further south, you see that there's a trail that has been worn into the dust and dirt in this area, headed to the east of where you are.
A recent trail.
Yes.
Cultist feet.
I'm betting that's the cultist's path.
Are you going to investigate?
Sure.
Finish clearing this section before we head off, or?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, because we need to go grab the room from Horus's temple.
Alright.
So looking in that direction, you can see a hole. Looks like something has collapsed. And there's probably a good guess that someone has found a way to tunnel in underneath the dome. Continuing going south without actually investigating that space. I think that's what you guys said you were going to do.
Yeah, go around it basically.
Okay. The Temple of Bes has also been desecrated. Bes is the goddess of fertility and plenty, the cowhead. Now coming around, you see there is another group attempting to, they've set up a camp of sorts.
Okay.
There, you see some cultists and some Falgan who have set up a camp just south of this area.
Makes sense.
Murder them.
So do you want to try to engage with them. They have not seen you yet. Or
How
you
many
wish
are
to-
there?
Pardon?
How many are there?
That we can see.
Looks like there might be a dozen cultists and a half dozen of the Falgan.
Woo! That's a good chunk.
Yeah, I don't think direct confrontation is maybe our best idea here.
If you continue going down the path you're going, it's very probable that they're going to see you.
How are the spellcasters doing? Because I'm still good.
Health wise, I'm great. Spell
Yeah.
slots, I actually haven't used any of my 4th level spells, so I still have 4 left. I still have 2 3rd level spells, 3 2nd level, and 2 1st level, so like I'm fairly good on spell slots.
My spell slot situation was so, but not.
Plus,
too bad.
I always have cantrips as well. What's that weird thing?
I got something funky happening on the screen.
Me.
I mean, I recognize the shield, but
Skelly boy, look at how he wiggles around.
Yo, with the skeleton boy.
Except Skelly Boy's not so flimsy now.
Does have armor.
This was him before he got his cool armor and stuff.
Yes.
Alright.
I didn't do that again. Give me my screen back.
Yeah, computer.
Was it every time I share a screen, you're
Yep.
does something weird?
Yeah, I completely lose and it just goes back to my home screen. I have to pull it up again.
So weird.
Alright, so you see a little bear trap-esque thing. That is the location of where the Falgan and cultists have a camp.
Well, I'm sure there's not really any way that we can go that they wouldn't see us unless we just go straight for the middle.
Well, if you were to go in towards go counterclockwise around the temple that you're standing next to, you could probably, sneak past there.
Yeah.
Let's
From
do
here,
that.
in the grayed out area, there's probably another temple sitting there.
Yeah.
Yes, and it might be the one we're looking for.
So coming around the backside here,
Yeehaw!
see that there is another desecrated temple that they have managed to profane. All right, you're far enough away that Thwack, guiding you through the ruins of the area, is able to lead you stealthily to the backside of this temple.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
This temple is a temple of the god Hawthorne.
Nice. Can't remember what he looks like though.
I believe he's an eagle.
Is that close enough to a hawk to you and our clue, or is it something else?
No, you've actually seen the temple
Oh yeah.
the temple of Horus.
With the hawk, yeah.
He was the one with the 2 firehawks sitting on his shoulders, back over here.
Gotcha.
Ah,
Well, that's where we're headed.
that's where we go.
Unless
Yeah.
something stops us before we get there.
Well, you could stop back by the temple of Bastet.
Pay your regards. Be like, made a circle around. Thought you'd want to know. Back
Yeah.
here now. Oh, going forward.
Yeah, we should do that. That sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
We did a little mission update.
All right. Stepping into the temple, you see the large panther still laying at the feet of the statue. You have survived and returned.
Meow
You
meow.
are doing quite well, I see.
Does she speak meow?
It's actually a male panther. So saying meow to the panther gets you a little chuckle from it.
Hey.
Meow indeed.
I've got good sense of humor.
I see you've even managed to visit a number of the elemental shrines. It is sad the state of all of the other temples. Alas, we must maintain the power of each individual shrine until the ritual is completed and we can be released.
Well, we did find out where some of the stuff is to be able to finish that ritual for you.
Ah, what have you learned?
Well, we know that one of the runes is in the Temple of Horus, and we're still trying to find the other one.
I swear you just said the Temple of Whores, and I was like, dude.
That
Yeah.
sounds like this campaign. So the Temple of Horrors, baby.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, obviously Callistria, or one of her friends, has a fucking temple down here. That's where all the hoes at.
Mm-hmm. It's all them hoes at.
Alright. Now, you said you know the ones in the Temple of Horus. And where is the other?
It appears as though it's in a magical protective circle that is around the person who died trying to deliver it to above.
Mm.
Do you have any other clues?
I'm,
A giant toe.
yeah.
What? A giant toe?
Yeah,
Yo.
like real big.
There's only one giant statue in this complex. Since the outer statues were destroyed. But that was long ago. There's the giant statue of Ra in the center of the temple.
Well, I'm sure that's where it is, so we're gonna
Sounds
head
alright,
there
sounds alright.
shortly.
Yeah.
And as I serve, or my goddess serves, as Ra's chief protector, was Bastet who devised the enchantments that are currently holding the abomination in the center of the temple.
Nice, nice.
So will we be able to, enter into this area and get the rune, or no?
Oh. To be able to enter in, you would have to get one of his brother's blessings.
Who's his brother?
And who did?
Well,
Are you his brother?
Two of Ra's brothers still live, or excuse me, their statues still stand. Hathor, actually not brothers, excuse me, children.
Ah.
I didn't have siblings, excuse me.
Makes sense.
Either you would have to get the blessings of Hathor. Excuse me. Let me check my notes. Screwing this up.
No, whatever you did.
Ah, you would have to get the blessing of either Horus, Ma'at, or Thoth.
Well, we were headed to go to Horus's temple anyways, so
Maybe he'll feel extra generous after we help him out. Go
yeah,
get that rune stone and talk to him.
we should do that.
I think that's a good idea.
Sounds good to me.
Sorry, I lost internet.
Oh, that's weird.
I was wondering, I was like, where did Vivian go?
No, you guys all like froze for a few seconds. I was like, Are we waiting for me to say something? And then
No.
I realized I did not have internet, so that was that.
That was that. That was the problem.
But while you had dropped off, they snuck around past where the cultists have set up their camp.
Smart.
They've made it back to the Temple of Bast, and they know that to get into the protective circle, where the body of the priest who didn't manage to bring his runestone up, they need to either get the blessing of Horus, Ma'at, or Thoth. And they already know that the runestone, the other runestone, is in the Temple of Horus.
So, if there's somebody guarding that temple, like there has been with others, because I don't remember if there was or not.
In every undesecrated temple, there has been some guardian that you've identified.
Okay, cool. Okay. So now we just gotta convince the guardian to, give us the go ahead.
Yep.
To do the
All right. So are you going to head over to the Temple of Horus?
Yep.
Okay. Sneaky, 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 sneak. Managed to make it over there. You can hear that there is definitely something going on, people moving around in the great temple at the center.
Okay.
All right.
But you're not seeing anybody coming or going yet. Standing on the steps of the Temple of Horus, looking in, you can see the two firehawks sitting on the shoulders of the statue. They are akin to a golden eagle, but huger. Huger?
Ginger?
Bigger.
Does it have an egg?
No.
Incredible.
These are much more elemental than normal creatures.
So no egg.
No egg.
Whack.
No way
Okay.
for us to steal, to take back and get that quest.
Had to make sure. Okay, go on.
Incredible.
So stepping inside of the temple, the birds come to immediate notice of you and launch off of the statue's shoulders, circling in the open air of the temple.
Hi, we mean no harm at all. We are here to help.
We're here to help.
I believe that there's a rune in here that we need to help complete a task, and we need to ask Horus if he will give us access to the middle area so we can get the other rune, and we really need both of them. Yeah, we want to help. We're killing all the bad guys.
Yeah, we need to do that in order to get rid of the blight that plagues your kingdom. Yes.
The shrieking voices of the hawks don't form intelligible words to you. But inside of your minds, you hear a resonant voice ask, "What proof can you offer of your true intent?"
Well, you see, we've already walked around this whole place, and, we killed some peeps that were trying to fuck up one of the temples, because we're not about that.
Taps your thigh and pulls out some of the bug skin.
Nice. And, yeah, see?
With fresh goop on it.
That's one of the things that we took care of. Yeah, that thing's not welcome here. It's mean, and it's trying to mess stuff up, and we're not, yeah, we did that. We took care of him. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I see acts of valor in what you have done.
Yeah, and then this one down here, this one right over here, she's a whore, and she fucks everybody for Callistria. But, she also has to get revenge on this crazy fucking cult leader bitch. And so, yeah, we got a couple things we're trying to do And so this is how we feel like to achieve our goals. We got to do the things.
I would much prefer those who would step up to this task out of a sense of duty and justice. But there are times when we call for desperate measures.
Yeah, nobody else is going to be able to do this. Only us, because we're badasses. Yep.
That's true.
So looking over the collection of people, you almost get the sense that the god statue is looking you over and judging you.
Don't judge us.
That's
Watching
fair.
me.
Shaking his head, or at least you get the mental perception there of him shaking his head. None of you follow my ways. You are not of my ilk.
Nope.
So therefore I cannot offer you my blessing.
Rude.
I mean, I'll still take a blessing from you.
What?
Well,
It's up for grabs.
I mean, I'm not really all that committed to any god specifically, so, you know, if you want to bless me and help me out with this, I'd totally take it.
Are you willing to commit yourself to the path of truth and justice? That is at least honest. That is something I can respect. One of the hawks comes down and flaps in front of Tulia and sheds a single feather. It is not a white feather.
Sweet.
But sheds a single feather to Tulia.
Sweet, I picked that thing up. Hell yeah.
Now, as for the rune stone that you have come for, I believe it is in the high priest's workspace in the back of this temple.
Yeah. Is it okay that we just go back there and grab it real quick? Boom.
Yeah, snag it there real quick.
Yes, you have my permission.
Oh, great, thanks.
Fabulous.
All right, so walk back there, grab the runestone. Got it.
The temple is set up very similar to that of Bastet. Some smaller rooms that were for acolytes and lower priests, and a larger room for the high priest of Hathor. Excuse me, of Horus. I keep crossing my H's here. There on the desk, you see a workspace, a chisel, and a hammer, and the completed runestone. But for whatever reason, it got left here as opposed to being taken and its final task being set. You
How
can
big is it?
see- Go ahead.
How big is it?
About the size of a dinner plate.
Oh, so like the. Okay.
Yeah.
Hefty.
It's hefty. It's about an inch and a half thick. Not fragile.
All right.
But you can definitely see how it would be easily set into one of the
The pillars.
recesses in the pillars that you've seen.
Cool.
All right. You have found the runestone. You have circumnavigated all of the temples and dealt with the troop of monsters working on desecrating Thoth's temple. How do you wish to proceed from here?
Tulia's gonna go in the middle and get the other one. Or wait, did his
All by
blessing?
myself? Is that what this is?
Did his blessing count for all of us or just Tulia?
Just Tulia.
Yeah, exactly. He blessed you, not anybody else. So we're gonna walk up there with you, but we can't go in the protective circle area.
We cannot.
Okay, well, you can help protect me from everything else because we heard noise coming from in there. I am not going in there on my own.
I mean, we'll be right there at the edge.
We'll be right there with you.
While you have recon the outside of the circle, you guys really have not done much recon on the major temple itself.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go peep at it now.
We'll peep it.
Okay.
See what we can
So we have about half an hour left of game time, so we'll use that time for you guys to do your recon.
Excellent. I'm gonna turn on lights.
How do you want to proceed with your recon? What you've seen is that the temple is on 3 sides. It is mostly open with pillars blocking line of sight into the center of the temple.
Mm-hmm.
The back half seems to be similar to the smaller temples, where those would probably be, office spaces or bedrooms or whatever else that they happen to have within the temple complex.
So I think we should come at it from that bottom left corner and peep around pillars, see what we see.
I'm good for that.
Okay. I'm going to switch up maps.
Okie dokie.
In winter, check your texts.
Sure, you too.
Okay.
What are we looking at?
Thank you. I'm still listening. I'm just going to the other side of the room. Jen.
I don't know what text to check.
Leslie says check your texts. That's all I know.
Oh. Oh. I'm really confused by what she's saying right now.
Leslie, want to stick your head up here and explain? Okay.
Wait, is she here?
Yeah, she's sitting right
Oh
next to
my
you.
gosh.
Right here.
She was here. I need to show her my papa that I got.
No.
Now, hold on. I'll be up there in 2 seconds. 3, maybe 4, because I'm all the way in the basement. I'll be right there.
Stop the game and then we can talk.
Okay, I was really confused. Hold on. I'll be back. I can go fast.
Go fast.
Gotta go
Okay.
fast.
I have my own little black panther here.
Yeah, you do.
Okie dokie.
Even if you are demanding attention, honey, I don't know what's up with you.
If you get a job, right? Hold on.
She is being more pushy than she normally is.
Oh, sweet girl.
Okie dokie. Sharing screen again. Sorry, Siobhan.
It's okay. See if I can get it back. Here's the thing.
Okay.
And there it goes. Okay, hey, I got it back that time. Without it crashing.
Huzzah!
Okay. Papia. Whack. Vivian. Tulia. All right. Caradan. Zombird. No, that's the escape.
am not summoning my ship in the middle of a necropolis.
Cheeky, did I take this selfie on your phone?
Indeed, you did.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Isn't it so good that I was like, I should post these.
Yeah, this is amazing. That selfie is fucking great.
It is absolutely perfection of our group. Everyone is just in character so hard.
So you are now standing outside of the southwest corner of the temple.
Yep.
How do you wish to proceed?
Peeping around a pillar.
And listening carefully.
You hear voices chanting, some kind of croaky noises. Is what you hear. Who is going to do the peek inside?
I hope Black does it because he's sneaky.
I've got both stealth.
Black.
I say send the stealthy one.
Okay. Well, Black will come up very quietly in between a number of pillars and look at. Here's Vivian looking inside of the temple, is able to see first there is a couple of both the Falgan as well as some of the scum, the fish creatures.
Oh, you did that.
You can see that all of the temples that are still standing, their secondary statues inside the main temple also are still whole.
Man, now I know what I should have asked. I should have asked who the fuck gave them the blessing to get the fuck in there.
Yeah.
Oh, they're in there, but they're not inside of that circle, probably. That's probably what they're trying to do.
So around each of these interior statues, the stars that you can see, there is a small magical circle around each one, protecting that statue from damage. And it is from those statues that you can see lines of power radiating towards the center of this temple complex.
Oh, dang.
You see a number of the Falgan cultists, some of the cultist zealots, destroyed statues which correspond with the destroyed desecrated temples.
Once they destroyed the temple, the ring of protection fell.
Around the individual statues inside.
Yeah.
And in the center you see the six-pointed star. Within it there is a bubble of icky blue liquid, and something is moving around inside of it. At the very north end of the inside of the temple, you see a giant statue. It is a statue of the god Ra, the sun disk on his head. He is also sheathed in a large, shimmering, protective circle.
So, would you stop?
Six out of the 14 god statues have been smashed. So it is evident that they have significantly weakened this, but they're not at the halfway point yet.
Small bonuses.
Do we see our little thingy near the statue?
Little thingy.
Our rune disc. That's what we need.
It's from here. It's very hard to see all the way to the back of the room with the pillars and the other statues in the way. But the statue there is big enough to have a very large toe.
All right.
Excellent.
We want to move around the necropolis a little bit so that we can get
Like back up. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what I think we should do. Head north on the side we're on so that we can go in on the back side.
Yeah, like if we somehow sneak around the backside and get that thing without being noticed, all the better.
Right?
I mean, I want to kill all of them, you know?
I do too, but I feel like we'll put the rune discs in and it might do the job for us.
Well, Vivian needs to find the fucking cult leader bitch and kill her regardless.
This is
Where's
true.
the cult leader bitch?
Yeah, do we see her anywhere?
Why, yes, Thack does spot the cult leader bitch.
Oh.
Standing immediately before the swirling pool of icky putrescence. Flanked on either side by the zealot cultists.
We're gonna have to murder her. It's
Yep.
the only way.
Yep. So, you know, if Tulia and Flack want to like do a sneaky sneak to the back, and the rest of us like keep their attention towards the front, you might be able to sneak back in there, grab it real quick, and then like jump in the battle.
So what
This would also
you
be a
can,
very perfect time to fireball.
what you can tell at this point in time is that they are all very focused on the central thing. All of the monster creatures are swaying in time while looking into this orb.
Weird.
It was a perfect sneak attack.
Or perfect sneak, any which way.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to move Thwack's token for the moment. And Thwack and Tulia will move them up there.
Yeah, because I don't think we're gonna attack right now because we're running out of time. But I want to get a clear view of everything on that map. Basically, open it up so that we're ready for next time.
So moving up towards the back to where you have slightly more visibility, you can see that there is, in fact, a skeleton laying to the left side of the statue of Ra. It appears that whoever was tasked with getting the runestone out didn't make it out. Also, there are two large doors on either side of the statue, not 10 feet away from where that skeleton lays, but just outside of the protective circle surrounding it.
Can we see where the door, like, if we go the other side of that, can we see where the door leads? Like, if there's another way in? Back door or something?
You have not reconned the north side of the temple.
Well, then I can
Might as well.
sneak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if there's a way to get in that door and get, like, right up next to the skeleton,
That would be good.
that'd be fabulous.
Huh. There is a back door to the temple.
Sweet.
There is some kind of service entrance that you're able to find. And as the unhidden icon shows, it's locked.
I wiggle the doorknob.
You wiggle the doorknob and it's locked.
Alright.
Well, Flack can pick a lock.
Why, yes, Thwack can.
I mean, it's pretty old.
Yes, but it was very high quality when it was built.
That was a long time ago. I'm sure locks have advanced since then.
Yo.
It takes him 3 tries before he is able to pop the lock. Are you going to bring up the rest of your party, or are you just going to leave them all up there by themselves?
I leave us actually here, so if something happens, we can divert attention. Like if we hear a door crash and they all look at you, and like Tatiana could be like, "Hey, motherfuckers!" and then we can attack.
Opening the door, the first thing you find is what appears to be a storeroom. This is where the common items needed for the temple appear to have been delivered and stored. Most of it has rotted and deteriorated away. Crates and barrels and so forth that are in states of falling apart.
As would be expected from something as old as this place is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys step inside?
I'll send Black first.
Yes.
Wax trap sense prevents you guys from tripping the alarm that's right inside the back doors of the temple.
Sweet. I knew I liked that little guy.
Let's go.
Okay. There is besides all of the debris, there's a door off to the left.
Oh man.
I will test it to see if it is locked.
It is not.
Sweet. It's locked.
Opening it up, you find a small office. Given that it's right off the storeroom, probably the temple quartermaster's space.
Okay, good guess.
There are scrolls and books along the walls that are, crumbling to dust.
Makes sense.
A small bed off in one corner apparently is a working and living space.
Yeah, well, with this type of place, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, you can't have a temple this big without people to care for it, so I'd expect that.
What you've seen outside of the barrier wall when you got close, this is only the very center of the complex. There was lots of support structures and buildings out and around
Okay.
before this place was subsumed by the waves.
Makes sense.
All right. There is a door leading out of the quartermaster's office into a hallway.
I'll have that flag check it for traps, etc., and then we can head that way.
There don't appear to be any traps in this hallway. There is one large ornate door directly to the south of where you're at. And then 3 other doors at the other end of the hallway.
Check the one furthest at the end of the hallway.
Also, not locked.
Cool. Not trapped either?
Nope.
Fabulous.
As soon as you make the bar, you belong here.
Pretty much. Opening that door, you find a further piece of hallway.
Okay.
You have the doors to the north of you that you've not opened any in the previous hallway, or yet in this hallway. Or there's another ornate door very similar to the previous one.
So, ornate door is going to be the one we want. I'm not going to mess with that just yet. I'm going to check the rooms up above. The other doors, I'm assuming it's probably rooms for priests and stuff like this.
Searching them, you find that is correct. There is small amounts of jewelry and coin. It's very clear that the entire temple complex was evacuated very quickly. You do find that the door immediately north of the ornate door you're standing in front of is an office with another door coming off of it.
Okay. I'll go ahead and check it out. Finish the Finish all the recon. Might as well.
That room, intermediate, also has a desk as well as a bed. Apparently, this is the secretary to the high priest of the Temple of Ra.
Okay.
The doorway coming off of that room has a very ornate shield set upon it, with the eye of Ra staring out, and a hand held up like this.
Yeah, it's another one of those touch lock things, ain't it? Does it look like the other ones we've had to deal with?
It looks very similar.
Okay. I'm gonna guess if this is the secretary's room, that's probably the room of the high priest, since we haven't found anything else that looks like it might be a high priest's room.
Makes sense.
It makes sense that he'd be sleeping here anyways. I am not gonna fuck with that lock. I'm comfortable heading back to the group.
Okay.
But I am gonna grab, some miscellaneous shinies and put them in my pocket.
Okay. Make notes of that so that we can figure out what it is you.
What shinies they are.
Yeah, but you said there was jewelry, so I can't walk by it and not put something in a pocket.
Yep. This is bait.
There's a very nice cut crystal vial of ink on the secretary's desk, with a feather quill laying next to it.
Yeah, what kind of feather?
Large and kind of ridiculously long.
That's not subtle at all.
No.
No, I'm not worried about that at all. I mean, we can investigate it when everybody comes back. I'm just grabbing some quick jewelry and, trinkety.
We will think about this more later. To the jury.
I'm just grabbing, the quick shiny things and, doing the.
As a Tulia do.
Grab
Okay.
that and head back out to Thwack, and we'll head back to the group quietly.
Common sense. Are you going to check out the door before you go?
Yeah, I'll take a good look at it, but I'm not gonna touch it.
Okay. They
Well-
are ornate. They show the depictions of all 14 of the gods. And at the top of the door, of course, is the picture of Ra, with the light of the sun shining down on everyone else. The bottom of the door, of course, is Anubis,
Underworld,
the furthest away from the light.
right?
Isn't that the door that you're gonna want to go out of so you can get the rune, or can you not open that door? Or you
That
don't
is
know?
one, but I'm basically, I was just doing this as a recon mission. I'm gonna come back, tell you guys what I found. That way we can actually devise a plan.
Why?
We know there is a back door and a way in.
All right.
Plot our murder.
All right. It is 8:30. It's time to wrap up for this evening.
And murder next time. Do a little bit of murder on the flip side.
We're gonna be doing all the murdering.
Alright.
Much murder.
Murder!
Okay, so just to be clear upon what you see here on this map, the inverted pentacle here is the magical circle that is surrounding the statue of Ra. The skeleton is actually inside of that magical circle, and therefore is fed unmolested over the thousands of years.
The graphics don't let you do that.
Correct.
Cool.
Yeah.
The splat marks on the screen are the desecrated and destroyed statues of various Osiris gods.
Yes.
The stars are those statues that are still standing and have their own magical circles protecting them. It is between them that radiates out the power that you can see holding this orb in the center of the floor. You have multiple baddies of both cultists and other creatures you've fought, and a couple of things that you've not seen before.
Alright.
They all seem focused on prayer, worship, whatever, of the thing in the center. And you all get, anybody who looks at it gets a real sense of this is fucked up.
Yep.
Overwhelming sense of foreboding, as they say.
Yes, That would be a very excellent way of putting that. Any questions on what you see before I stop the screen share?
Nope.
Nope, makes sense to me.
Makes sense.
Okay. You have made it to the center of the temple.
Woohoo!
By the way, I don't lose connection to the chat when you take away the screen share, only when you share it originally.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
What are you playing with?
It's my fidget toy unicorn, and it's like bubble wrap where you just kind of.
Oh. Neat.
It's my new fidget toy, and I love it. And
As you should.
It's cute. Well, thank you all for tuning in this evening. I hope you guys enjoyed our session. Obviously, you see where we left off. Our next session is going to start off with a really big ass fucking fight, and it's going to be really intense. So, I hope to see
Yes,
you
right.
all
Good
right
seeing you.
here, same place, same day, same time, every Monday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, where we do all the cool, fun shit, and we are gonna murder them! Yeah. So, we'll catch you guys later. Thank you
Don't
guys
kill
again
it.
for tuning in.
Bye. Bye, friends.